What's going on, everybody? You got the crazy dog back for another video. And before I start this video, we got some breaking news. The Oregon Ducks have officially fired head coach Mark Helfrich. So they're looking for another coach. So I wonder who they are going to bring in. It's going to be an interesting discussion on ESPN to see who they bring in. People actually saying, oh, they should go after Chip Kelly. They should bring back Chip Kelly. Wouldn't that be something if Chip Kelly went back to college where he belongs? But that, of course, that would mean the Niners are looking for a coach again. But I'm pretty sure the Niners fans would not mind looking for another coach because by now they're tired of Chip Kelly's crap. Yeah. Oh, Chip Kelly. I am so glad we did not hire that dude when the Browns had a chance. I'm so glad he used us for leverage with Oregon. You know, of course, after that, he said he was going to go back to college, but then he went to Philly. I don't care. At least he wasn't here. For all we know, he would have gotten rid of Joe Hayden and Joe Thomas, Heck, Brian Hoyer. Who knows what he would have done? You just never know. Josh Gordon. He would have traded Josh Gordon. Oh, God. People would have rebelled against him if that would have happened. Remember, because this was 2014? Yeah. We wouldn't have went 7-9. Who knows what our record would have been. We had a pretty decent team in 2014, too. Oh, God. But looking at what he's doing now in San Francisco, it makes me happy that we did not hire Chip Kelly. But that's aside from the point. This video is not about Chip Kelly or Oregon or whatever. This video is about the Browns and what I think the Browns should do this offseason in free agency and the draft. So starting in free agency, I think the Browns need to do the obvious. Re-sign Terrell Pryor and Jamie Collins. And, of course, maybe bring in a few pieces from out of Cleveland. I've heard guys like Tremaine Johnson, cornerback. I don't know where he's at right now, but I've heard his name being thrown around a little bit. But definitely, keep Terrell Pryor and Jamie Collins. They're big parts of this team. They're probably the best players on this team right now. Terrell Pryor is going to be a very coveted piece this offseason, so it would really benefit us if we re-signed him immediately. Heck, don't even let the dude hit the market. Once the season ends, you sign him. Don't even let the dude hit the market. Because once he hits the market, Terrell Pryor's agent is going to be getting phone calls every minute of every day of teams interested in him. I guarantee it. Especially Philly. I've already seen Philly fans tweeting at Terrell Pryor trying to maybe persuade him to come, or not to come, but to go to Philly. Yeah. I honestly think Terrell Pryor is going to stay in Cleveland. If you're looking at the wide receiver situations in Philly as compared to Cleveland, I mean, in Philly, you got a pretty good, some good receivers, Dorial Green Beckham, Jordan Matthews, you got Paul Turner and Bryce Treggs. Then you got the guy with butterfingers. The guy with butter for hands. No, the guy with sticks of butter for hands, Nelson Aguilar. Meanwhile, in Cleveland, we got, of course, Terrell Pryor. We got a young stud, Corey Coleman, who is looking really good, although his season was marred by a broken hand. But he's really come back strong. I mean, heck, look what he did to Janoris Jenkins last week. He freaking turned that dude sideways. That's the thing about Corey Coleman. He's fast on his feet, fast on the break. You say hike, that dude's taking off. You snap the ball, that dude's boom, he's off the line. You know, that dude's got some, holy crap, dude. And he can turn on a dime, too. And he can cut your ankles in half. And it's awesome to see. That dude's got a bright future, you know? Now, if only we could get Josh Gordon back, or, you know, if only he wasn't a pothead. Oh-hoo-wee. Oh, man. That would be fun. But sad part is I do not think Josh Gordon will play another down in the NFL. Not just for the Browns, but in the NFL. He's following in the footsteps of his good friend, Johnny Manziel, who, by the way, is the last quarterback to win a game for the Browns. I am reminded of that brutal but honest, you know, statement every week. But talking about the draft now, it's pretty much, you know, a no-brainer at number 1, Myles Garrett for the Browns. It's pretty obvious we're probably going to get number 1 pick. Get Myles Garrett. You know, I feel a big hole, a big need at defensive line. We have no pass rush. With Myles Garrett on that defensive line, you get a pass rush right there. You know, he demands attention. You know, quarterbacks fear him. Coordinators fear him. Coaches fear him. Everyone fears him because he can just tear apart an offensive line. He can tear a hole in our offensive line. You know? He's like a stick of dynamite. You know, he's got it. You know, if we did not get Myles Garrett at number 1, though, I would still like it if we got like a, you know, Jonathan Allen out of Bama. You know, Jabril Peppers, not necessarily a number 1 pick, but knowing the Browns, hey, you never know. Those are really the only number 1 picks I would go for at number 1. The second first rounder, I mean, I could go for a corner or safety, you know, like Jamal Adams or Tabor out of Florida, Marlon Humphrey, you know, maybe even go for a quarterback like Mitch Trubisky. I know he's a, you know, I mean, first round quarterback in the first round. Really, you're kidding me, right? You know, but Mitch Trubisky is a pretty good quarterback. You know, not necessarily. Can't even talk. He's not necessarily going to start immediately. Most likely RG3 will be our starter next year if he comes back. Most likely he will be coming back if he finishes this year out amazing, like as good as we thought. But you know, still got to see. But first round, I would definitely say Myles Garrett
and maybe a corner or safety, for sure. Although knowing the Browns, they could go super savage, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and get Malik McDowell to pair up with Myles Garrett.
Case closed. Defensive line fixed. I mean, yes, you know, Malik McDowell has some injury issues, but hey, when he's on the field, he is a powerhouse. Oh, man. With Danny Shelton in the middle, oh, my God. Okay. Not to mention, it's like, wow, if we get Malik McDowell, it'd almost be like having a Big Ten All-Star team on our defense. Look at all the Big Ten players on our defense. You got Kirksey. You know, you got Ibrahim Campbell out of Northwestern. Kirksey, of course, out of Iowa. You know, you got Schobert out of Wisconsin. Nassib out of Penn State. There's quite a few guys, and they're all pretty good. But again, like I said, it's only November. You know, we still got bowl games. You know, we still got combine, pro days, you know, workouts and all that good stuff. It's going to be a fun few months. You know, it's going to be very fun to see all the mock drafts until, you know, from now until April. I think it's 27th when the draft is. Because it's going to be fun to see all the movement, you know, which guys who were not originally a first-round draft pick, which guys will shoot up in the draft, and which guys will fall like a rock you know. But yeah, it's gonna be a very fun few months. Now TTC wise, of course, after the football season, you know, TTC in the off season is not really all football. It's a lot of personal crap. You know, guys taking personal shots at one another. It gets nasty. Most likely, what I'm gonna do is I'm not necessarily gonna shut this channel down until I'm not gonna go into hibernation. But I'm not really gonna be talking that much football. I'm gonna be talking about the Cavs, of course, because the Cavs are freaking amazing right now. Granted, I think they lost to Milwaukee, but hey, you know, it's only our third loss of the year. Really, who cares? But talk a lot of Cavs during the football off season. That is until the draft. Now, draft videos, of course, I'll be doing my reaction from on day one from BW3s. You know, that's always fun. You know, going to like a restaurant to watch the draft, because then you and like, you know, 1,000 or so others there, maybe even a few hundred of others, depends on how big the restaurant is. You and a few hundred others watching your team draft maybe the next superstar, or knowing the Browns, the next bust. But day two, yes, I'm already planning it out now. Most likely, I will be doing a live reaction at home for day two. Kind of like what EDP did last year. You know, where I standing up, watching the draft, you know, and get my initial reaction, my reaction. You know, you're not seeing the TV, you're seeing me. You know? But again, we got a long way to go, man. Holy crap. But it'll be here before you know it. It's going to be fun. That's going to do it for this video. Of course, I'm Crazy Dog 99. Goals. Wow, week 13. Holy crap.
People are right, you know. This season flies by. Seems like it should just be like week 3. Here it is, week 13. Crazy, man. Dang. I hope the Browns can get a win next week against the Bungles. We're ripe for a win next week. You know, coming off the bye week, at home, well rested. Hopefully everyone comes back, you know, the same way they went out. You know, left practice today. Hopefully no one gets arrested. You know, nothing bad happens. You know, and hopefully we can come out next week against the Bungles, get a dub. You know, so I can actually have a victory of that. That'd be awesome. But we gotta wait and see. So yeah, I'm Crazy Dog 99. Go Browns, and I'll see you probably, I don't know, probably next Tuesday. You know, unless something happens around here. But yeah, I'll see you next Tuesday for my Bungles Hate Week. So I'm Crazy Dog, and I'm out.